Congressman Bobby Scott, Democrat from Virginia. The House passed this bill by a vote of 381 to 1. The one no vote was Democrat Zoe Lofgren of California. The bill now heads to the Senate. A USA Today article from Thursday reads, the next version of the free application for federal student aid is working well and could be made widely available online to students in the coming days, officials from the U.S. Department of Education said Thursday. Today is the third anniversary of the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. A White House fact sheet reads, to date, the administration has announced over $568 billion in bipartisan infrastructure law funding, including over 66,000 projects and awards in all 50 states, D.C., the territories, and tribal nations. And President Joe Biden posting on X, I know a thing or two about the importance of a smooth commute when it comes to showing up for your loved ones. So does Camille. Now, $45 billion from my infrastructure law will go toward improving commutes all over America. He attached this video.
Camille, can you hear me?
Hi, hello, good morning.
Look, I understand you and I have something in common. I commuted every single day on a railroad to go home to see my kids and be with my family. I understand you got 6 kids and you're commuting too, huh?
I do got 6 beautiful children, and we do ride the Valley Metro basically every day to school, to work.
How much time does this save you?
In the morning, it takes me about 45 minutes to an hour.
Well, I'll be darned. It makes a big difference, I tell you. How does that affect your family?
Saving the extra time, it's an enormous, especially for a mom of 6.
The new light rail extension improved your commute, but it's going to do that all across America. We got $45 billion to do this across the country.
Morning.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Good to see you all. But look, when you're president, you got to remember me, okay?
Okay.
All right, promise?
I promise.
All right. Well, it was nice to see you guys.
It was nice to see you. Thank you for talking with us.
Stay healthy and keep the faith, okay?
President Biden posting that video of a Zoom call he did with that commuter and her family. Washington Post article reads, the Biden administration on Thursday announced $321 million in grants to improve Amtrak service and stations between Baltimore and D.C. From station redesign to overhead wiring replacement, it's some of the last money going to passenger rail from a president named Amtrak Joe. Before he is succeeded, the funding was announced as part of more than $3 billion timed to coincide with the third anniversary of Biden's infrastructure law, reporting from the Washington Post. And from the New York Times, the Biden administration said on Friday that it had completed an agreement to award Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company up to $6.6 billion in grants as federal officials race to put in place their plans to boost U.S. chip manufacturing before the end of President Biden's term. The administration struck a preliminary agreement in the spring to provide TSMC with the funding, which will support 3 new factories in Phoenix. On Wall Street today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average down 305, NASDAQ down 427, S&P down 78. Attorney General Merrick Garland spoke today at the DEA's National Family Summit on Fentanyl held at the Justice Department in Washington. He got emotional as he addressed the families and friends of victims of the fentanyl epidemic that continues to ravage communities across the country.
There are many staggering statistics on the fentanyl crisis, but none of them adequately grasp the gravity of the loss. They do not capture the feeling you have told me about, the person missing at your dinner table. They do not capture the days and nights spent in mourning. They do not capture the heartbreak that a friend, a parent, a child, or a partner's life has been cut short. But by being here today, you all have decided to be their legacy. You have chosen legacy of compassion, of love, but of determination and resolve. Every time we look at the faces of fentanyl in the DEA headquarters lobby, we remind ourselves of why we are in this fight. And we promise that we will carry your loved ones in our heart in our continued work to end the poisoning and overdose epidemic. Although my time as Attorney General is coming to an end, I am so proud of the extraordinary men and women of DEA who will continue to work tirelessly to save lives. And I am so proud of all of you. Thank you again for being with us today.
Attorney General Merrick Garland at the Drug Enforcement Administration's National Family Summit on fentanyl, held at the Justice Department in Washington, D.C. He pledged the department will continue to work to stop drug trafficking and hold drug cartels accountable.